See it working towards the Louisiana and Mississippi coastline, and that's where it could really be troublesome. In fact, some of the Weather Bug Network sites from Florida all the way towards Louisiana, temperatures in the 70s and 80s, and those wind gusts starting to pick up anywhere from 25 miles per hour in Biloxi to 30 miles an hour in Pensacola. Baton Rouge, Louisiana, although only about 11 miles an hour, I'm showing them because they've canceled classes at LSU for tomorrow and Wednesday in preparation for Isaac as it continues that spin. Here's a closer check on it. You can see we've got numerous hurricane warnings and tropical storm warnings along the Gulf Coast. And one of the best parts about the Skywatch Weather Bug Network that you can find only here on Watch Fox is we've got a team of meteorologists along the Gulf Coast. Our Jacob Wach filed this report earlier.
Dauphin Island, a home and vacation spot for so many along the Gulf Coast, has its eye on Isaac. The beaches are bare, the restaurants are empty, as Isaac gains strength and takes a trek.
The road behind me is one of the main roads that runs right through the middle of Dauphin Island, Alabama. You can see that it's fairly bare right now, considering it's the last unofficial week of summer. That's because local officials issued a mandatory evacuation for all non-residents starting at 8 a.m. this morning. By the looks of things, it sounds like most of those folks have taken the warning seriously.
As you drive around the island, you see numerous empty parking lots and buildings that are boarded up and empty. I caught up with Terry and Rita, residents who were busy covering their own windows. They are evacuating to the east side of Dauphin Island, where flooding isn't as big of a concern as it is on the western side where they live. Terry and Rita used to live in Illinois, and this is their first brush with a tropical storm.
We came down to the island in '05, right after Katrina, and we saw the devastation that a major storm can do. This is nothing like that, but it's going to be bad enough that it concerns a lot of people.
Isaac is still about 300 miles from the Gulf Coast, but some of the effects are still being felt. Decent waves with wind sustained at 15 to 20 miles per hour being felt across the island. Some homeowners grabbed free sandbags that City Hall was giving away to help protect from the battering waves of Isaac. And even though Terry and Rita were going through all this trouble to board up their windows, when asked which they prefer, blizzards or hurricanes, Terry responded with
Hurricane.
Yeah, and why is that?
Well, we just love the ocean.
Maybe one of the first times I've ever heard anybody say they prefer hurricanes over blizzards. But for folks that love the ocean, that's why they live along the coastline. Isaac winds at 70 miles per hour. Here's the path of